Hello and welcome again to Expat American. I am back in Zardaye Park and back over the Moscow River. But this time I'm here during the daytime so we can see what the park actually looks like, which is voted by Time magazine as one of 2018's greatest places in the world. And the question that I want to try to answer today is, why do I live in Moscow? So this place is 78,000 square meters. It is the first new park in Moscow in 50 years, and it is broken up into 4 different climate zones that represent the different climate zones of Russia as a country. So according to my research in coming here today, there is a concert hall and an ice cave. I have never seen that here, but you know how it is when you're on the move with the family. It's easy to miss things, so I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can find it today. And the question, why do I live in Moscow? Well, very simply, the simple answer is my wife and kids. My wife was born here. She grew up here. Her birth certificate actually says USSR on it. And then, of course, as you may already know, I have a bunch of kids. And the school choice is very good here. There's a lot more options because Moscow is such a big city. And it looks like I may have found the concert hall. Yep, this is it. It, of course, is closed right now because it's the middle of the day. People like to go to the concert at night. But you can look it up online, look up Zardaye Park, and there's pictures of the inside. It's pretty beautiful. So as far as school choice goes, I mean, it's a bigger place, so there's going to be more options. Plus, like I said in other videos, the university system is much cheaper here. In Russia, you have mega cities, I would say, as opposed to in America where you have big cities. So, I mean, Russia could say, oh, we have the biggest cities, but there are fewer of them. So maybe there's 2 or 3 mega cities in Russia, and maybe there's 6 to 10 big cities in America. And back to the question as far as why I'm living in Moscow, another reason would be because it's an international city, big international airport. As a foreigner, it'd be much easier under normal circumstances to, get to other countries back and forth. Now, where is this ice cave? And I found some colorful plants. I like these better, flowers and whatnot. So I need to enjoy them now while I can. According to my phone, it'll be perhaps snowing in 5 days. All this will be white and frozen and gone for the next 6 months, I'd say. And look, I found a little pond here underneath some, I think those are weeping willows. Wonder how this will look soon when ice is over. It's underneath SOARING Bridge. Still not sure if you can call it SOARING Bridge, but that's all right. Check out the smokestacks behind me. So another reason that as a foreigner, an English speaker, to live in Moscow as opposed to other parts of Russia is it's an international city. So since I can't speak Russian that well, although I'm working on it, this would definitely be the place to be as far as there's a lot more English options for me to get around. I found an indoor scenery with plants dangling from the ceiling. So as far as English goes, in case you didn't know, English is considered the international language, the language of business, the language that everyone speaks who has to deal with anything outside of their own country. Sometimes it's a little bit frustrating for my wife that we speak 2 different languages. She can speak English very well, pretty well, I think. I can speak Russian just a little bit. But I tell her, honey, America's doing the world a favor. We don't have our own American language. We just took Britain's language to make things simpler for everybody. There's another, of course, indoor restaurant. And it looks like I found some simulated swamps here in this part of the park with a nice little boardwalk. I'm from Florida, which is definitely the swamp place. I didn't know that Russia was known for that as well. And of course, this park is supposed to represent all the different climates of Russia. There's a kid's playground over there, more of the swamp. And as far as entertainment goes, of course, Moscow would definitely be the place to live, except for maybe St. Petersburg. Moscow is like the New York of Russia, and St. Petersburg is maybe like a very big version of the San Francisco of Russia. So, I mean, we definitely love to vacation in St. Petersburg, but Moscow is almost like a vacation in and of itself. So this end of the park, like I said, butts right up to Red Square. So you got the Kremlin and then St. Basil's, and right on the other side of that is the famous Red Square, if you haven't seen it in my other video. But like I said, I mean, there's just so much to do in Moscow. They have the Bolshoi Theater, which I'll end up showing in another video. As far as like going to live concerts and things, and so many different restaurants, different types of food, but mostly Georgian, that people can enjoy going on dates and whatnot, which my wife and I love to do. It's like really cold and then not so cold. Oh no, my device just broke. No more selfie stick for me until I order another one online, which is very easy to do in Russia, by the way, with Ozone as opposed to Amazon. So you'll get to see my face much closer to the camera for the rest of this video. But anyway, I'm actually a film guy. I went to film school at New York University. So I love anything movie related, and if you're curious about the topic of Russia right now because of the news or whatever, obviously you're watching this video for some reason. A good, more recent film to see if you just want to see the beauty of Russia, recorded on Hollywood cameras, would be the Mission Impossible movie, the Paula Patton one. I think it is number 4. And it'll seem like Russia's the bad guy in the beginning of the film, but by the end, don't worry, they're the good guys along with Tom Cruise. I found the ice cave. It's right over here. I got my ticket. It only takes 6 minutes, so we'll see what it looks like. So I'm waiting to go into the ice cave. Got some coffee while I'm waiting. I made a mistake. It's hot chocolate. I wasn't reading my Russian correctly. So it's a bunch of foils like a freezer. So they gave me a bit of snow to take with me and eat. Sugar. And some lemon. So now I'm out of the cave and on top of a mountain, Red Square behind me. Pretty beautiful. Noisy construction and yard work all around me. Anyway, I'll end here with one last answer to the question, why do I live in Moscow? And that would be Christianity. I've got 5 kids, and this is a very Christian place, and it's a good place to raise a family and raise children who are impressionable, to have them in God's family. And I love America too. It's also historically Christian, but Russia, since the fall of the Soviet Union, has been racing towards Christianity and a more traditional lifestyle. And my family, my wife, and kids and I really appreciate that. So anyway, if you like this park, if you like this video, click like, subscribe, click the bell notification, and click this video up here, where I will be interviewing another expat American, this time an expat American who is also a Russian citizen. We want to find out if that's technically possible, and if so, how that actually happens.